Well, hello again and welcome to my House Smart Coffee Break. Today we're going to talk about one of those very important things, like dirt. Dirt in the ducts, dirt in the carpet, dirt on hardwood floors. Well, duct cleaning and carpet cleaning. And with me, I've got Andrew Littlejohn of Alpha Carpet and Duct Cleaning. How are you doing there, Andrew?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, hey, this is always the nice thing about bringing you people into the real world of video.
Yeah.
Rather than down in those ducts.
Absolutely.
Trying to get everything cleaned up. But, when it comes down to really cleaning and having carpets, having hardwood, having dryers that have dryer ducting, and you got furnace forced air that's got ducting. Let's talk about carpet first. Carpet is one of those things that, I ask you, what is carpet cleaning all about?
You know, carpet's like a big filter. It's basically, you get a lot of the dry particles from everywhere that just go right into the carpet. And 85% of carpet cleaning is actually just vacuuming. You really need to clean your carpets every 12 to 18 months.
I've seen some vacuums that take the dirt in the front end, out through the hose, and out through the back end.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's all elevated and it's all part of the environment after it's all finished. So a good overall quality vacuum is very important, I think.
It is. It's huge. Yeah, you really need to. It's nice too. You can get a bagless. You can get a good quality vacuum. You're looking at about $400 to $500.
Right.
But it gets a really good vacuum. So.
Okay, now let's say you have a dog and a cat that get along. You got a couple of children, and you got mom and dad. Mm-hmm. How often would you say that a family room or a great room would have to be cleaned by your services if it was carpet?
We have a lot of clients that are about every 6 to 9 months with that, just because you've got pets and kids and all that. If you don't have that, then you're looking at 12 to 18 months. But 6 to 9 is really a good, especially for your traffic areas.
So that's getting let's get it cleaned up for Christmas sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to do your main areas, like your living, your dining, your TV room, your stairs, things that get more soiled.
Right. So if they're babies, obviously they're going to be possibly making the odd mess.
Yes.
The dog or the cat hair.
Yes.
And all of that sort of stuff. And I guess dandruff, all that stuff is not very healthy. What is the process that you go through? Do you use a dry system or wet system?
So for residential, we use steam cleaning. So we have a big truck-mounted system in our vans. We'll go in, we'll do a pre-inspection of the place, write down any pre-existing conditions. We'll pre-treat the carpet with the correct cleaning solution. So there's different solutions for different carpets, right? And it's really good to know that, because it can make all the difference in how it comes out. So when we do that, we'll pre-treat the carpets and then we'll steam clean it. As we're steaming it, we'll also rinse all the water out of it.
Right.
And we remove about 90% of the water.
Who moves the furniture?
We do, yeah. We'll move sofas, end tables, chairs, things that are movable. We'll put them back into place with protective pads underneath them. Mm-hmm. Things that we don't move are like beds and electronics, things that aren't sort of movable for a technician.
So what do you do with those? Just go around them?
We go around them.
Under them?
We go if we can get under them as much as we can. We do as thorough of a job as we can.
Right.
Some clients have moved beds, and we'll do the whole area. There's no extra cost. It's just what we can do there.
So stairs, hallways, major entertainment rooms like basements and great rooms. A lot of carpet being used today, more than possibly even 2 or 3 years ago. What's happening? Are we going back to carpet?
Yeah, absolutely. I see us going back to carpet more. I see it in bedrooms, halls, stairs. I see, like, in the living and dining rooms, I see that being more laminate or hardwood, which is good.
Right.
But for the other areas, it's definitely coming back.
Yeah. You still run into carpet in bathrooms?
Sometimes.
I went through that era. Oh boy,
Yeah.
I could never understand why people would put carpet in a bathroom or in a mudroom, and those sort of things.
It's true.
Tell me, what about cleaning hardwood and laminate, and now they got They got linoleum and vinyls that are looking like wood now.
Yeah, I mean they're not too hard to clean. It's something that we don't do because it's not like clients can do that themselves. But definitely carpet's actually cleaner than hardwood because when you walk, if you don't sweep your floors or clean your hardwood, when you're walking, all the dry particle just comes up and you get more allergies and
dust bunnies everywhere.
Dust bunnies everywhere. So.
Yeah, you can always tell by the socks. Yeah. Wow, was those socks gray or was those dust bunnies that
That's
you got
right,
on there?
Yeah.
So really, that I've heard that many times. That carpet is healthier than actual wood flooring or laminate or anything that's floating.
Definitely.
In fact, I was out to one job where the homeowner was really concerned about the fact that she was finding sand everywhere. And this so happened whoever put the laminate flooring in used sand underneath to level it. And every time they'd walk across it, like billows, the sand would out at the sides.
Yes.
So that sort of thing is just really...
and then it just gets everywhere, right?
Yeah. Just a real mess.
It is.
Well, let's talk about vents and what have you, and then we're going to get into the equipment. But what about ducting? What about bathroom exhaust fans? What about exhaust ducting for dryers, that sort of thing?
Sure, yeah, like dryer vents, that's really important to clean. It's every year, at least you want to clean your dryer. It really depends on how long the run is. Like if you've only got the dryer vent going right to the outside of the house, where it's only a few inches out, or then you don't, those ones you can do yourself, but for the longer runs, the 10 to 20 feet runs, you definitely need a professional in to do that, because you'd be surprised. We can get like a quarter of a garbage bag full of lint out of that.
And you're going to get a lot of thank yous as well, because I've had people say, I went and bought a new dryer to think it's going to dry faster, and it's exactly the same as the old one. And I said, did you check your dryer vent?
Yes.
No. And we'd send you out, and they phone back and say, God, that was where the problem was. It was in the ducting.
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
And it's a fire hazard.
It is, yeah. And Stratas will do them like every year because it's sort of, I guess they have to.
So. Well, there's a lot of Stratas out there I know that don't do it every year, but it's a good item to bring up at an AGM, for example, because duct cleaning can cause many, many problems, especially fire. And when you have spontaneous combustion taking place with wet, fluffy lint in the ducting, it's dangerous. And also, there's rules and regulations today by code. Where can you use the plastic accordion pipe ducting, or where it be aluminum or metal?
Right.
So it's very, very important that when in doubt, don't pout. Let Shell help you out. And Alpha is the helper in this case, because they do not only the ducting for your furnace. Incidentally, there's a good one I want to bring up. What about furnace ducts that are in the concrete, in the basement, for example, blowing out into ducts in the concrete?
You mean like a concrete slab? So those can actually be tricky, because you've got a downdraft furnace, and so we'll actually have to cut into the supply, and then what we'll do is we'll stick our 8-inch vacuum in there, and we'll run an air line all the way throughout your house. So it's like it's basically got 8 jets on it, and it skips through your main ducting and pulls all the debris into the vacuum.
All right. What about sand? You ever run into sand where the ducts have actually deteriorated?
Yeah, lots. And there's even been moisture, water in there.
And you know what happens when that furnace comes on this time of the year?
Yes.
Especially in the fall time of the year. Now what you've got is a real humidifier.
That's right.
Because the furnace is blowing that warm air out over it, and it's getting into the house. So it's always something that I've suggested. Please, if you have that problem, Alpha's going to advise you. That way you're not going to have somebody that's cleaning it and way off they go and they don't say anything, and who gets the next call? I get the call with a question of problems.
Yeah.
But let's talk about equipment for a moment. What about duct cleaning equipment? I see people getting ducts cleaned today with shop vacs. Well, no way.
Yeah, no, it's on. There's no real other way to do it. Like you need a vacuum truck to do, especially for residential. It's just you're not going to get a thorough job if you don't use that. The shop vacs don't get the main lines,
Right.
and that's the dirtiest part. Even though you've got the ducts, the supply vents going down, those are dirty, but the main line is where everything falls to.
Right.
And if you don't cut in there and run air lines through there, you just won't get it.
You just won't get it.
Yeah.
What about the timing between duct cleaning? Like some people say every 3 to 5 years. Some will say I have it done every 2 years. I've got dogs and I've got cats and
Right.
all that sort of.
It really depends on your situation. We recommend every 2 to 3 years, especially if you have pets and just lots of activity in the house.
Now, do you put them on a scheduled run?
Yeah, we actually will call them back a month or two before our office will, and then we'll get them on a schedule to do that. So
Oh, how many trucks you got?
we've got 5.
Wow, so
altogether.
you're covering the Lower Mainland, Greater Vancouver, and region
Yeah,
very
so
well.
we go from West Vancouver all the way to Chilliwack.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, we sure have all kinds of testimonials that part of our House Smart Home Services, and you're one that's out there active all the time, because there's always something to do.
Yeah, there is.
Carpet, ducting, stratas, and commercial buildings. You do commercial buildings?
Absolutely, yeah, we do. That's a big part of our business.
Yeah.
We do a lot of stratas, a lot of corporate jobs as well. So,
Right on,
Yeah.
right on. Well, I know that residential and areas, and you just mentioned all the areas that you cover, and there's only one other thing I guess I should bring up as well, and that's upholstery. You get into upholstery as well.
We do, yeah. So we'll do that. When we're in doing somebody's carpets, a lot of times they'll ask if they would like a sofa done, and it's the same type of process. We'll actually pre-vacuum your upholstery first, and then we'll the correct cleaning solution, especially with upholstery.
Right.
You've got to use the right one, or else you can damage it.
Damage the
so
upholstery.
we'll treat it, and then we'll steam it. And,
What do you do with all the nickels and dimes and loonies and toonies then?
We give them back to the customer.
Send me in first.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, when you really get involved in the cleaning of and being in homes all the time, you're in a personal environment. It's a residence. It's where they very private and
Yeah.
what have you. Is it something that that you have? Obviously, that trust in your staff that are out there.
Yeah, just our staff they've been with me for years now,
Right.
since I started, and one of the guys has been with me since I started, and we've, other guys have joined since then.
Right.
But yeah, definitely it's a trust thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're referred by like companies like yours that refer us, and it gives us credibility, and we guarantee all of our work.
That's great. Well, integrity and quality and service is so important.
Yeah.
And we've always appreciated Andrew Littlejohn. It's a company, Alpha Duct and Carpet Cleaning, that we feel very, very happy and for you as well as for ourselves and the customer. Most important, you, the customer, folks. When it comes to using the Shell Busey House Smart Home Services, these are the kind of people that we're sending out. These are the people that we vet. These are the people that we go through a process of clearing them to be associated with our home services. So until next time, and Andrew, thank you very
sir.
much for coming in.
Thank you.
And folks, be on the lookout for that coffee break, because we're always bringing services that we make available for you right here on the Shell Busey's House Smart Coffee Break. Talk to you again. Bye-bye for now.